what day it is, because mock drafts every day for us. So it's like I just have to find the day of the week, insert that in. I got Dr. Raj over in the corner on IG, and he's already grabbed a spot ready to go. I'm going to drop the link per usual in my Discord, which is found at smitty1.com. So go there now, smitty1.com, click the blue Discord link, and I will drop it there. I'm going to hit the intro, and then we're going to get going.
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
I'm going to grab the one spot then, Dr. Raj. I'm going to show you. Oh,
Top 5 running back.
I was at 6, but now I'm going to the 1.
Fantasy Football Show. Smitty.
You'll see in 1 second. What's up, everybody? We are mock drafting, and I'm going to put myself in the corner here, and I'm going to drop the link. If you want to know, how do I get in? How do I get in? Like, everybody gets so amped up and crazy and upset. How do I get in? You get in by going to smitty1.com, click on my blue Discord link, get in my Discord, get in the Let's Mock Draft channel, and I'm dropping the link right there. So, watch how quick this fills up, Dr. Raj. You want to see some magic? Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. There we go. Links dropping now. Boom, 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 boom. And that's a slow day. And that's a slow day, Dr. Raj.
That's a slow day. It's the middle of the day.
This is a slow little. Okay, here we go. I don't know if Instagram can read that, but we're on the clock. We're ready to go. PPR redraft. Let's go.
PPR?
Don't worry, we're going to do another one, okay? So if you missed out. PPR redraft. And we're only going 5 rounds, but we're assuming this thing is going to be like a long draft. So don't worry about like, oh, I got to get a quarterback in these first 5 rounds, because we can assume things. My number 1 pick, without equivocation, without hesitation, is Christian McCaffrey. I think this has become even more apparent over the last couple weeks as we start worrying about Alvin Kamara's situation. We start worrying about Derrick Henry's workload and the fact that he has had no running back, Dr. Raj, ever in the history of 2,000-yard rushers has ever had even remotely close to the same season the next year. In fact, most of them have been cut in half or had even less than half the production the next following year. Something to do with rushing for 2,000 yards and what it does to your body. But, yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about, but I get that. I get what you're saying. CMC, he's been taking a licking too, so I don't know, man. I just think you got to tread lightly. He's definitely the top running back when he's healthy, but you can say the same for CMC. But
you could, but not. I think you can. You're right in that Christian McCaffrey has had a big usage over the last couple of years, but he hasn't hit the 2,000-yard rushing mark. He hasn't rushed for the same kind of carries that Derrick Henry has rushed for. Derrick Henry was 303 the year prior, and 380 something, around 380 this year. That's literally back-to-back insane carry seasons. McCaffrey does half of his work in the PPR game. Half of his.
Okay, hold up. We're up here.
You're up.
Number 11 pick. Oh man, who we take here? We got to take. Let's see what receivers are available. Oh, Devontae Adams. He gone. We got DeAndre Hopkins is available. You know, he's a great one. Tyreek Hill.
10 seconds.
We go with my boy Tyreek Hill. He's the best offense in the league.
Not bad, Dr. Raj. Start preparing for your next pick so you don't get timed out or anything. So it went as follows. If you're listening via my audio podcast, McCaffrey 1, Dalvin Cook 2, Alvin Kamara 3, Derrick Henry 4, Nick Chubb 5, Barkley 6, Jonathan Taylor 7, first wide receiver off the board, Devonta Adams at 1.8, Elliott 9, James Robinson 10, Tyreek Hill to Dr. Raj at 11, then the bookend picks at 12 and 13, DeAndre Hopkins and Travis Kelce, and Dr. Raj has 15 seconds.
All right, we got to take it. Let's see. We go.
Kittle's available for you.
Jacobs because of the DOI situation.
I
like Jacobs, man.
Nope.
Go with Jacobs, even though he had the DOI situation.
I'm staying clear. He blocked me on IG. He blocked me on Twitter at 2, I think. Yeah, because I went after him about how that he's been threatening to, hey, meet me at the stadium or whatever, and flipping off his. Yeah, there was a whole thing on it.
Still a good running back though, man. And
Yeah,
still
but
tough.
his head ain't in the right place,
I know,
man.
It's tough. If I don't take Josh Jacobs there, I take Aaron.
Hey,
Jones.
you're not alone. A lot of people still like him. I'm avoiding him. DK and Elliott's a good pairing.
Ooh, that's nice.
J. Rob and Aaron Jones is a good pairing, Dr. Raj. Tyreek Hill and Jacobs is you. If Jacobs plays, that's a good duo. Hopkins plays well. Hopkins and Kelsey's interesting. I like that. That's pretty good. We'll see what you do at running back red. Swift and Taylor at the 7 spot. Swift's a little early for me, but a lot of people like him there. So you are not alone. I'm probably more in the minority of wanting to fade Swift into like the top of the third. Or at least mid-third for me. Mike Thomas, what do you think of Mike Thomas? Break it down from an injury perspective, Dr. Raj. Mike Thomas.
Man, honestly, Mike Thomas getting shut down in that playoff game. That was bad. But you also got to look at Drew Brees. He played with a multitude of injuries. Mike Thomas was just battered up this year, man. And he played on a bad ankle. He was not 100%. I kept saying, remember I said it early in the year, high ankle sprain, that was rough. And I really think it limited his ability to run and get explosive. Michael Thomas, I think he'll come back with a chip on his shoulder. I mean, he set the record in receptions 2 years ago. I think he'll be back with a vengeance. But man, those injuries really slowed him down this year. But he's definitely easy to shut down, man. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, you ready for me to win the league right here?
Yes, sir.
Winning the league right here. First pick, Justin Jefferson.
No.
Second pick, AJ Biggity Brown.
That's the perfect number one pick. That's a perfect.
I know, dude.
turnaround there.
That's how you.
Honestly, that's money. Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown. That's too easy. That's too easy.
Yeah, it's like taking candy from 11 babies.
Like this is the thing. Like I can't justify picking on where I was at, but if I had your pick right there,
Computer,
dang.
how good is my team?
The team's IMDb rating is
Okay, computer, enough. Sometimes she's not on point, so.
No, she's not.
Team number two. Okay, so team number 1. That's yours truly. I have McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown. Like, Justin Jefferson probably won't fall this far. He's very, very lowly ranked on the pre-rank list, which is a detriment to everybody drafting. So, in my non-defense, he probably wouldn't have been there if the rankings had him pre-ranked higher. That's very influential. I did a video on that. So let's take away some of my pats in the back and say, hey, Jefferson probably wouldn't have been there. But if he's there, he's like, I think Jefferson could be a top 3 wide receiver this year, Dr. Raj.
Easily, man. He's got so much talent. This guy's sky's the limit. He broke Randy Moss's rookie receiver yet. Right there. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah. Mark Cleveland, where have you been, Mark Cleveland? Dr. Raj Mostert killed me this year.
I know, man. He killed a lot of people. He was
Mark,
battered up.
I'm going to give you a call. Email me. We haven't talked in some time. Easily have the best squad. Thank you, Matt. Pretty easy from the 1 spot. I'm not going to lie. Dr. Raj took George Kittle, of course. If Kittle falls to Dr. Raj anywhere in the top of the 3rd to late 3rd, he's like, you just might as well write him in.
You gotta get my boy. My boy.
Team number 2, Henry has Dalvin Cook, Cam Akers, Gibson. He's going 0 wide receiver through 3 rounds. Not bad. That's a good crew. So I can't wait to see what you do at wide receiver. Alvin Kamara, Patty Mahomes, and A-Rob. Very understated team there. I guess the true question is, I like the avatar. It's a picture of me wearing a 49er hat. look, Dr. Raj.
There you go. Oh, look at that. I like that. I like it.
Okay, team number, so that's a good understated team. The question would be is, as we all filled out our quarterback spots, what would the team look like? So that's the age-old question. Henry, Eckler, Mixon, very strong running backs. We'll see what you do at wide receiver. Fern at the 5 spot. Nick Chubb, Mike Thomas, Clyde. I kind of like that team. It's got some risk, but it would be fun to roll with that. Because if Mike Thomas bounces back at 2.8, that's a steal. If Clyde bounces back at 3.5, that's a steal too. So you got some question marks in both of those players, but you got to like it. Cole, He's got Barkley, Ridley, and Miles Sanders. Very good, and he's on the clock. Miles Sanders in the mid-third, I like a lot this year, Dr. Raj, without Peterson.
I like him in the third. I don't like him in the second.
Right. And last year he went at like 13, 14. I told everybody to stay away.
So early. I think people have learned their lesson. And I think this season with the big year, it'll go back up to that kind of ranking. But honestly, man, last season really burned him out. And it was a lot of the issue with his quarterback. I think Jalen Hurts, if he gets a chance, they're going to be a lot more dynamic on offense. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I tried to stray people away from drafting him because he just had so much risk with Peterson, who does not run. He runs multiple running backs. He does not run one running back. So I think the writing was on the wall, but a lot of people didn't listen. But Dr. Raj, without Peterson there, he is a legit contender for, the kind of workload that would have earned him the rank that he was getting last year. So to get him in the third round is a steal, I think, if they run him like I think they will. Okay, this is tough. I got 17 seconds. It's getting very thin at wide receiver, running back. All the positions are pretty weak.
It is, but you loaded up there with AJ and JJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the best player available and take Kyler. I just think that at this point I'm not willing to just grab somebody because they're the position of need. It's like there are players like 15 down that I like as much as players, at the top of their position right now.
Yeah.
So no way I'm messing around with. And then right here, man, I've got one running back. The running backs have thinned out a bunch, and Kareem Hunt sitting here.
I was looking at that, yeah.
I mean, that's a solid team right there. Look at that squad. I know you can't see it on IG too well.
CMC, Kareem Hunt, JJ, AJ Brown, Kyler Murray. That's a pretty good solid team.
Yeah, that would do it.
First pick, man.
That's like taking candy from 11 babies, Dr. Raj.
I know it, baby.
All right, where are we at? We were at the guy called Nuclear. Taylor, Swift, Keenan Allen, Waller, very, very good. I don't know your top four or anything, but it's a good team. Ryan's got Devontae, Diggs, JK, and Lamb. Interesting build. You're definitely weak at running back, but
wide receiver heavy, baby.
Yeah, I like going with all these approaches. They're fun. Elliott, DK, Montgomery, Josh Allen. I like that. That's very very solid. James Robinson, Aaron Jones, Terry, Scary McLaurin, and Gaskin. I like that team, but I feel like it's almost like you're like missing a fourth rounder, like ripped from the squad. Like I just feel like looking at that squad, it's light one player. Like I think it's because you're taking Aaron Jones in a place where you're assuming he's going to get the work that he needs to be top 14 overall, top 15 overall. We don't know. McLaurin's taken a little high here, and I think that's what kind of gets you. And Gaskins and McLaurin feel like you could take Gaskins and McLaurin one round later for each of them, and then your team would be like totally in the money. Dr. Raj is almost on deck. Nice receiver, bro. I didn't see you draft Chris Godwin that late.
That was a little sneak there. I think he might not be with Tampa. I think he could go to a big-time team, be a wide receiver one.
Bro, that's a pick right there. Yeah. Seriously, you and Wilson, I love that pick too. I think Wilson falls a little further. But I mean, best player available, don't mess around. Yeah, I mean, your team, if Jacobs ends up being good, your team would be top 5.
That's why I took a gamble with Jacobs here, obviously, because of the DUI situation. But honestly, if he's available to play, I mean, this guy's gonna be an unbelievable star.
Yeah. So those are some good squads. You want to roll one more?
Yeah, let's go one more.
Okay. We'll do one more.
I don't know if I could. Let me back out because I think I'm having issues with the audio.
Okay. All right, Dr. Raj might come back in. I'm going to go with the 6th spot. That's where I was originally going to go. Copy the draft link. I got to get this puppy over to Dr. Raj first, though. So bear with me one second while I do some maneuvering around. Okay, Dr. Raj, hang tight. Here comes the link. And then I'm dropping the link in the Discord. So I hope you're in the Discord. I hope you're not saying right now, hey, Smitty, how do I get in this mock draft? Because I'm going to tell you to get on over to smitty1.com. Click that blue Discord link. That blue Discord button. Let me just see it. Sorry, I'm trying to... Why does it not show me live right now? Okay, ready? Link's going to drop in a second. I just want to make sure Dr. Raj gets in. And then we'll mock draft. We'll do another one, don't worry. We'll do two more, including this one, at least. So this is the first of the remaining 2. But my team, I like that team. When you're drafting from the 1 spot, it's crazy because like if you're not getting sniped by a bunch of your own following who knows what you're doing, like you guys are sharks, man. It's tough to mock draft with you. It's tougher to mock draft with you guys than other people because you know we're all so very like-minded. Milan. Oh, someone dropped Discord or super chat. Did you super chat? I don't see it. Donated 20. Milan, where's the 20? You donated 20. You're in the. I'll get you in the mock, but I don't see your super chat, bro. Where is it, Milan? Okay, Dr. Raj is in. Milan, where's your... I don't see your super. You say you dropped to 20. Anybody that super chats gets in. At least the next one, because I don't know if we want to hold this one up. But anybody super chats right now. Milan, if you super chatted, I don't see it. But if you do, or if anybody does, I'll get you in the next one. Discord is at smitty1.com. Click the blue Discord link. The button. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1. Ready? Watch how fast this fills up. Oh, Dr. Raj is requesting it. Hold on. There we go. I'll drop it 1 second. 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go, Dr. Raj. Dropping the link. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay, here we go. So, we got the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. With the number 1 pick, RSL 49ers select.
Boom. Full. Okay, we're starting. We're starting.
I'm gonna take Nick Bosa. Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
What if I take Patrick Mahomes here? Number 1 pick. Okay, on the clock with the number 1 pick. To me, I know you like CMC. That's your number 1 guy. I get it. I love him. Injury history is a little shaky to me. I'm taking Alvin Kamara. I know he has injuries, but this guy is going to be the offense for the Saints. No more Drew Brees. The offense runs through Kamara. That's it. Number 1 pick.
Okay. I understand it. And honestly, if everything goes well for him, if let's say Winston's named the starter, then, I think it definitely he could end up being great. Take that comment off the screen. What comment?
AK-41 go crazy. Yes, sir, he does.
Okay. Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey falling to 3 to nuclear. That's highway robbery. I'm on the clock. I'm going Adams. I don't build wide receiver in the first round very often, but when I do, it's Devontae Adams.
Okay. You know who's Devontae Adams 2.0?
CeeDee Lamb.
Brandon Ayuk, man. Put some respect on that boy's name.
We both respect his name pretty heavily.
We did. Man, remember the night we drafted him and we went live and we were showing all the highlights? I remember that day because I was like, bro, we gotta break this guy down. We broke this guy's film
Yeah,
on
we
mine one day. Yeah,
yeah
that
we,
was
we told
great.
everybody it was coming.
We told them. I remember that. We was like, dude, because everybody was like, I don't know about it. Are you? And then me and you were just like breaking this man down.
I remember I said go Gadget Arms, and you laughed at me, and then the next day you're like, I kind of like it.
I loved it because you know what I did that night? I sat there and I pulled up all his like the 22 film, not the highlights. Like his highlights are different. I pulled up his film, his college film tape, you know, and I was watching it. I was like, holy crap, this guy's arms are larger than my life. And I was like, I kind of understood what you were saying. I was like, dude, go Gadget Arm. I love it.
Yeah.
This guy's arm span was just incredible.
He is phenomenal. He's so good. You know, and if you give him Watson, woo,
We ain't getting Watson. Stop having the pipe dreams. It's not happening.
better get somebody, Dr. Raj. We're gonna talk about this on our first episode Friday. We're doing it Friday night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's focus on this mock draft. Let's not talk about
Okay.
pipe dreams.
You know I'm gonna ask. You know I'm gonna ask you about it.
We're gonna talk about it enough. I already know how many times to get that damn question on a day.
Well, you're gonna get it another time from me during our first episode of the RSF 49ers.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if my patients start asking me, yo, bro, what do you think about Watson to Sanford?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna have my patients start asking me that. If I get a patient that asks me that the day that happens, I'm done. So,
Tell me about Watson.
can you tell me about Deshaun Watson going to the Niners? Smitty?
You know, I had rehab with his name was Terry Fair. I don't know if you remember who he was. He was a defensive back for a couple teams, but the Detroit Lions. But I've had rehab on my knee a couple times with NFL players because I used to go to this sports medicine place that was pretty high end for athletes. And I've had so many NFL players I talked to about football, and literally the guys that are like stars on defense, they have no clue who the best players in the league are. It's so funny. Like if you ask them, hey, who's the best running back you ever faced? They give you like a name that you are not expecting. That's not even like in the top 10. It's crazy. It's almost like when they're on the ground, they can't see straight. They don't know like who the most talented guys are. It's crazy.
That is funny.
Who do I take here? I'm on the clock. So I'm definitely worried about Michael Thomas.
Slam boy.
Let's see, but DK's there.
I like DK.
Justin Jefferson's still there. I'm going to go with Jefferson again. I'm going double wide receiver.
You snaking the picks, man.
I'm going double wide receiver with
That's surprising. That's surprising.
Adams Jefferson stack, bro.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Stack
good.
it.
That's a great receiving core.
Stack it.
I like it. It's good.
I do like it. I like it a lot.
You don't like slant boy. You don't think. What do you think about Michael Thomas? What's your
You know, I think when you're talking about like here are the receivers there that were available. So Tyreek Hill went. Then it was Ridley, Diggs, Adams, Jefferson, then DK for me. And then I start thinking about the risk involved of Mike Thomas, and it starts making more sense there. But when you have a DK and the security of DK, why would you? So Mike Thomas by default will fall to the mid.
My guy. Somebody just took AJ Brown.
There's no way I'm risking Mike Thomas when Justin Jefferson is staring me in the face, or DK Metcalf. Maybe even AJ Brown. I think I draft AJ Brown ahead of Mike Thomas right now, but that gives Mike Thomas a good low risk value of like this range. I would say typically you're going to find him at 2.10, 2.11, 2.12 is where Mike Thomas might start falling on the regular. And that's pretty good value considering look at like you took Evans. Like if Mike Thomas were there, you would have taken Mike Thomas because the risk would have been too low.
Right.
So
It's tough. I want to take McLaurin here. I want to take Scary Terry, but it's like kind of early. So I'm going to take this pick right here. I know you might not agree with it. Keenan Allen with Justin Herbert, second year. This to me is a money pick right here. Keenan Allen is a monster, and Herbert proved this season that he's just out of control. Only gonna get better. It's tough though, because I would have taken AJ Brown there if he was available.
Okay, guys, here's the instructions for getting in the next mock draft. Go if you want to get in the next one, go to smitty1.com and click on the blue Discord link and join. I'm on the clock. Oh, I'm going to time out, Dr. Raj. I'm not careful here.
Draft no doubt.
Oh man, do I might have to go with someone I don't really want to draft here. Well, what do you think of David Montgomery? I'm gonna do something I don't do, but I feel like if I'm gonna take a gamble on Joe Mixon, it's going to be in the mid third to late third.
Oh, man,
And-
I saw that.
And I don't like it. I don't feel good about the pick, but given where I'm at, he does have he is the last player available that I believe has the potential to be a top 5 running back. Him and Montgomery.
Yeah.
And so I would have probably went Patty Mahomes there normally, but I want to go running back here and see how I can fill out this wide receiver approach. I feel like Joe Mixon's he's got enough upside and potential at 3.6 to not disappoint me so much that he probably doesn't at least earn that value back. And I'm a big believer in the Bengals going forward with Joe Burrow. The fact that they probably will draft, in my opinion, Jamar Chase. You're talking about a very different organization going forward versus the Bengals we've been making fun of for years and years and years. So if Joe Mixon's going to find room to run, it's going to be this year.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you're right. They're only going to get better from here because Joe Burrow will be back. Jamar Chase is boy. Most likely, if they don't draft Jamar Chase, I'll be surprised. But that'll really open things up for Mixon.
You know who else I'd love to see them draft if they don't take one of the wide receivers, the top 2 wide receivers? Kyle Pitts, man.
Ooh, he'd be fun on that team.
Can you imagine Burrow to Pitts, bro?
Dude, Kyle Pitts is a fun player to watch, man.
He's
a dynamic player.
He's the next Kittle. He's the next Kittle.
He's the next big time tight end. I'm telling you, he's the next big Kelsey Kittle type guy.
Yeah, and he's even different. He's a wide receiver. Like he's gonna redefine the position.
Yeah, he's gonna redefine the position.
He's a new mold.
Already been redefined. He's basically a wide receiver
Yeah.
tight end.
And when and people might say, well, then why even have a tight end? Well, that's the whole point. Like when people come at me and say, "What?" It's because he's a 6'6", 240 to 245 pound wide receiver that you can just say, like DK. If you took DK Metcalf and said, "Hey, we're gonna move you to tight end," it would 100% work.
Yeah,
And that's what they did at college. Instead of not doing that, like DK didn't move to tight end, and he does great at wide receiver. So would Pitts. Kyle Pitts would be a great wide receiver at the NFL level. But you take him.
And you might as well keep him at that position, and then
Right.
you can put him at wide receiver. Then you have more weapons
Yeah.
on the field. So they took advantage of him being so good.
Yeah.
And just throw him in at tight end.
I love him. He's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be fun to watch. Yeah, I agree.
I find myself drafting a lot of the same players because of just who's, I don't know. Everyone's like kind of sniping. They know who I like.
Yeah.
I draft with my own people, and it's like they're so good. I like your team, Elliott, Kelsey, and Mahomes. Slim. It's pretty good. Dr. Raj has Kamara, Mike Evans, and Keenan Allen. We'll see what you do. This is Dr. Raj's team here at the end. Evans is probably a tad early, but if Godwin leaves,
He's gonna be
then
wide receiver
people
one, maybe.
people will start ranking Evans
I'm telling you,
high again.
That's what I really think Godwin will go somewhere because he doesn't want to cast the shadow. He wants to be his own number one. You know what I mean? And I think Mike Evans, he'll be the top dog. And if they keep AJ Brown or Antonio Brown, you got Brown and Evans. And there's just too many players to get the ball around. And I think Godwin's gonna go somewhere. He's gonna get paid handsomely to go somewhere.
Bro,
And wherever he goes, he'll be the top dog.
Bro, I put my money where my mouth is. I always draft the best player available. And right here, everyone's going to say you need a running back. You need a running back. I'm not going to just force it. I'm going with the guy that'll win me the league. The guy that makes my team score more points.
Son of a gun.
Look at that squad. I mean, like, if you're going to risk it and not have a running back too, this is what you do. You take a big gamble on a big running back like Mixon, who still has a lot of protection built into that ADP, but damn, you get a guy like Josh Allen that can carry your team every single week. Allen, Adams, and Jefferson, and I like it. I like that. I'm liking my 2 teams so far.
Very good.
You're almost up again, Dr. Raj.
I know.
Milan, I'm still looking for. I don't see that. You said you super chatted. I'm looking, bro.
You know what? Watson's got to come home sometime, right? We're going to take home at Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
See what happens. That guy put up 5,000 total yards of offense with nobody on the offense. So that guy's a money player. And again, like you said, you know, you don't have money running back. You have one good running back. You get a guy like Watson, he can carry your squad for a long time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so Watson. Yeah, I like the Watson pick. I mean, comparable to Allen. So you've got a quarterback that I have. You have a running back that's better than mine. And then I get you at the wide receiver position. But I still like your team.
I timed out, but
I don't know about that Melvin Gordon pick, though, Dr. Raj.
I timed out. I was still looking at the picks. I didn't realize it. The timer was down. I timed out and got Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
That's not a horrible pick.
I don't know. We'll see what Melvin Gordon's got left in the tank, but didn't prove much last year.
Yeah, he's kind of done so.
Okay, let's see here. Nuclear is up. Nuclear is up. I see a couple of the comments in the Discord. Like, first of all, Super Team, I see you, bro. I see you. But what you aren't understanding is that I'm trying different strategies out for a reason. Like, if I don't try the wide receiver, bro, then I don't get to show my audience how to draft that. If you don't think I'm trying to do things on purpose and put myself in a box to see what I can build, then you aren't paying attention, Super Team, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to see if I can draft a good team going wide receiver, Joe Mixon, Josh Allen. That's the whole point of why I do these mock drafts, bro. I don't do them so that I'm drafting the same exact way every time. You got to understand the concept here.
That's the thing. Here's the thing, Smitty. You're coming up with
Yeah.
strategy and techniques because people, this is your job. You go and give
I know. I love it though when.
you change it up. You give them advice. Say, hey, look, here's a technique that might work that other people may not think about. You think it outside of it. You're literally just doing your job. This is not a real draft. This is a mock, pretend, makeup situation. Where we're just looking at different things.
I took two running backs that I normally never ever draft, but I feel like
You don't like. I know you don't like Mixon.
I hate Carson. Like I don't hate Carson as a player. I don't draft Carson on pretty much any team, but here he's the best player available, and I have the best shot at dropping two pretty good running backs from these ADPs. Oh man.
I like fantasy. I ain't really doing that over the offseason. Well, this is his job. He does this to help people prepare for next season. So right now he's doing drafts and getting rankings ready.
That's the other thing. I love all the hate. I love all the negative people. Like, it's like you can't just enjoy what someone's doing. You gotta have negativity. Like those people that say, "Why are you drafting so early? You don't know where someone's gonna land." Number one, let me explain something to you people that say something like that. There are so many people that do dynasty drafts, and when you do a dynasty league, it's different than a redraft league. You'll draft in January, February, March, your initial inaugural draft, and coincide with the NFL timelines. So when the rookie draft happens or the NFL draft happens, you actually hold your rookie only draft, which means you already have your team on your roster. So that's what's funny is if you don't do content for people that are, I think Dr. Raj froze. Dr. Raj, come back. If you don't do content for people that are drafting for January through March, not everybody is on your time frame. JBob45735 that probably made that comment earlier. Not everybody's on your time frame. Some people actually draft in January, February, March. You may not, and that's okay. No one's mad at you. But just because you don't draft at that time doesn't mean other people don't. So, all right, here we go. The negative Nancy's really don't bother me. Everybody's an expert or has an opinion, yet they don't do it. They don't have a show. They don't. So. It's all good. It's all good. I've been dealing with it for 17 years. I had negative Nancy's from the very beginning. We're talking about 17 years ago. Okay. Here we go. Dropping the link in the Discord. 5-4. Actually, let's give the YouTube people a chance. YouTube, go to Smitty1.com. Instagram, go to Smitty1.com. Click on the blue Discord link and the button. Join my Discord. And in the Let's Mock Draft section, I will be dropping the link in about 15 seconds. So hurry on over there. Five, 4, 3, 2. Let me flip this around. Okay, ready? Here we go. Here's the link. And they're full. Okay, mock draft beginning. Let's roll. Ryan's in. Noon is in. Niner DJ's up. Never picking Carson again. I agree. For the most part, I agree with that, bro. It did fill up too quickly. Sorry, guys. We'll keep doing more. Don't worry. We'll be doing them all off season. I'm going to do more during the phone. During the phone. I'm reading the phone. Doing more during the day. And so you'll be able to get on. Alvin Kamara, Barkley. I'm going to go Alvin Kamara. I'm going to start doing where we'll do a super chat only mock draft. So if you drop a super chat during the show, you'll get into the mock draft. That way people, if they really want to get in, they'll be able to get in. I'm sorry if you didn't get in, people. Jonathan Taylor, number 6 overall. Adams, number 5. Barkley, number 4. Kamara, number 3 to me. Sorry, Josh. Sorry, Cobbin. Cobbin, I'll send you a link next time. Hopefully, I'll remember. Derrick Henry's fallen to 7 because I've been talking him down, Ethan, and he's been dropping quite a bit. We're moving his ADP, that's for sure. If Derrick Henry's ADP is lower than it looks like it should be, we're gonna know why in the industry, because we do a lot of mock drafts. We move the ADP. People laugh at that. They're like, you don't move the ADP. We do. We move the ADP a lot because we mock draft. Look how many mock drafts we do. We do mock drafts like every other day. We move ADPs, and Derrick Henry's ADP is moved because of us, and I think for good reason. I think he at a certain point I draw a line and I draft him, but no 2,000-yard rusher has ever rebounded for more than slightly half of the production that they had the year they ran for 2,000 yards the following year, and a lot of them fall off the face of the earth. And his mileage is through the roof. I mean, 303 carries the year prior to this 380 roughly. And he had the 5th highest college rushing total in one season in the history of college football. It was like 380 or something like that, 370, 380. It was crazy. It was crazy. Ryan says, I missed it. I give up. Sorry, Ryan. They go quick, man. There's nothing I can do about that. I see some of the comments. Some people get really upset, and they're like, "This is dumb." Like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to? You know, if there's 50 people trying to get into one mock draft and it feels like that, like there's nothing I can do but do more mock drafts, which is why I go to 5 rounds and do a 30-second timer. I could be like everybody else and do one mock draft on the show. We do 3. We do 3 or 4. So I'm doing my best. As Mom yelled at me all growing up, I'm doing the best I can. Hector says, what the F people value JT at 1.6? Are you talking about that being too high or too low? Because he goes there often. He goes there quite often. Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams, Doodle, that's good. Justin Jefferson just went. I would have probably taken him. I've been taking him all day. At this point, I'm probably going to go with Mike Thomas and say that he's worth the risk there. I think JT is way too high for 1.6 as Hector. Well, you wouldn't be alone, but there are a lot of people that will disagree. Josh Allen going a wee bit early to Niner DJ at 2.12. Landry, Niner DJ, what is going on with you, bro? Landry, what the? Are you trying to screw our mock draft up on purpose, bro?
Take a lap. Take a lap.
Take a lap.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
Take a.
The only reason I'm stopping pressing that button, bro, is because I got a draft. That's early, dude. Landry? What in the... Oh. You know, I'm going to try and do a diverse best player at every position approach. Smitty, we moved Jefferson's ADP like 30 spots last month. I know. We need to... The more we draft, the more it's going to bump him up. Landry? Ugh. Yeah, Niner. I don't know if he's trolling because he took... You know, I mean, Josh Allen's early, but he's still a, great player. Like, I can understand someone just taking him too early. So McCaffrey and Josh Allen don't feel like troll picks, but Landry, bro. Niner DJ, that's how you get kicked out of mock drafts. Going forward, man, I remove people that do that and mess with it because I'm trying to build ADP data here. Like this is for ADP data. Now we can't include that mock draft. So this mock draft's not going to be included, which sucks because I wanted to include everyone we had. So you pretty much get kicked out of every mock draft moving forward pulling that crap, bro. Damn. Landry. J.K. Hopkins, Elliott, very solid. Hill, DK, Montgomery, very good. James Robinson, Kelsey, Mike Evans, I like that. Chubb, Ridley, and what do you do here, Noah? Eckler at 1.12 is a little high, Nuclear. Like, you don't need to be grabbing him there. I know if you wanted to draft him, you got to draft him where he's at. You don't get to trade in these mock drafts. But for I don't know, for looks purposes, put him at the 2.1 spot at least, man. Mixon, Ridley, and Chubb. Noah, you would have been excited. I took Mixon my last one. I don't know if you saw that. Eckler, Diggs, Allaire, Hunt. Not a bad team, though, Nuclear. Noah. Chubb, Ridley, Mixon, who? Who you taking, bro? A-Rob. It's a very steady team. J-Rob, Kelsey, Evans, and who? All right, IG, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you. Get in the next mock draft. How do you get in? You go to this address right here, smitty1.com. You click that blue Discord button, and you'll be able to get into the next one. So I'll see you all later. IG's gone. I'll have to find a cord or something. I'd like tape my phone up. Is someone take Calvin Johnson again? Or are they just saying they saw him on the list? Because we're gonna start booting people that end up screwing up the mock draft. Because we're trying to use this as data. Julio, Godwin. Calvin Johnson might be listed. Hopefully no one took him. The data is a little bit jacked up. Someone picked Calvin and Cap. Oh, yeah, last time. I got you. Okay. Nope, we're saying Landry wasn't as bad as the troll of Calvin. Yeah. I guess I want to know if Niner DJ really wanted to take Calvin. I mean, Landry there. I hope he didn't actually want to do that. I'd prefer that he was actually trolling than actually believing that was a good pick. Yeah, that was... Why do people have to screw the mock draft up? Like, literally, you're never going to be able to mock draft again. You get booted. And then... Serious about Jarvis. Is that you? Activated? Is that you? Okay, Andrews. I'm gonna keep going best player at each position. Try out the ultra well-rounded out approach. Activate you, but okay. If that was really you, bro. Activated. Number one, I understand if you like Landry, but he wouldn't even be drafted in these top 5 rounds. Like, he wouldn't even come close to being drafted in the top 5 rounds. So you're taking him literally like over 3 dozen picks too high. So like you're screwing with the data, bro. Like, there's no he doesn't belong in the, like, even if you like him, he doesn't belong in the top 5 rounds. Like, not even close, bro. But if you like him, like, trust your gut, bro. But don't be taking guy like especially in your real draft. You take Landry in the third 3.1, you're gonna get some crap, bro. I don't know if he's trying to be funny or not, but then he timed out and got Zach Ertz. Come on, activated. What's up, bro? Okay, so now I need a running back. I got Carson. I think the best player available. Galladay's not bad. But I'm going to go Drake. I like that team. I would take that team into battle. Kamara, Mike Thomas, Kittle, Kyler, Drake. I'm Cardinal and Saint dependent. Brandon, if he's your guy, take your guy. Yeah, not really. Yes and no. 3 rounds early, no. Because you can still take his guy with the 5.10, bro. Like, if he would have taken Landry at 5.1, we'd have all been, whoa! But he still would have had his guy. Yeah, you don't take your guy because he's your guy 3 or 4 rounds early. That is not the way it goes. But activated, I still appreciate you. Shouldn't have went at you so hard. Just trying to help you, man. Activated, you still here? Okay. Cook, AJ Brown, Sanders, Watson, that's solid. Activated, McCaffrey, Allen. I mean, even though you took Allen way early, I still would love your team, the start of it. You know what I mean? Like, having those 2 players is so solid. But the Landry pick you could have got well past the 5th. And Zach Ertz, you timed out, so I don't know who you would have taken. But first time. Okay, now I feel bad. Activated's first time mock drafting. Hold on. Activated.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
That's for me.
Take a lap.
That's for me.
Take a
That's for me.
lap.
Take a
That's
lap.
for me.
Take a lap.
Take
That's for me. And that's for me.
Take a lap.
All right? I was a little hard on you. And the fact that you stuck around, I give you mad props for it. Okay? That was your first time. I got you. And even You joined off Dr. Okay, I feel really bad right now, Activated. You're the man. I appreciate you. This is your first time. I didn't know that. And I think you just need to look at, like, this is a good, like, learning lesson. Like, if you're going to play fantasy football, use ADP to your advantage, meaning know where guys are going. So if Landry's going, like, outside of the top 5 rounds, know that if you love him, it's your day. It's Christmas on draft day for you if you think Landry will be that good, because Landry will fall and you'll clean up taking him at, like, round 6, okay? So it's all about ADP. My bad. Kamara, Thomas, Kittle, Kyler, Drake. That's probably the most well-rounded team I've drafted all offseason. It's pretty good. I like it. It's very smooth. Top 4. Even without, like, you know, massive depth, like at any one position, I'm solidly well-rounded out. Respect, Smitty, mad respect. Yeah, well, I need to take more laps for that.
Take a lap.
I was a little hard on him.
Take a
Take a lap. 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 Take a lap.
take.
Okay, I think I'm caught up. And I'm going to write... I don't know. I was going to write something on the board. My bad, Activated. I appreciate you. I do have to go. So Barkley, Justin Jefferson, Gibson, Mark Andrews, A-Rod. That's top 6. I love it. Adams, Aaron Jones, Mahomes, Cooper, TJ Hawkinson. Man, one thing goes right. Like if Aaron Jones ends up being that good, or like a top 7 pick, you could be in the top 4 for sure. You need one thing to happen. Jonathan Taylor, Swift, Jacob, CeeDee Lamb, Lamar Jackson, Henry, Akers, Keenan Allen, McLaurin, Russell Wilson, solid. Tyreek Hill, DK, Montgomery, Waller, Gaskin. I feel like you probably walked out of that not liking it as much as you had hoped you would. What are you saying, Silver? Fashion, then say it's the most well-rounded team I've drafted. Elbow cough. Hey, I said sorry, Silver. I did my best. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There we go. I'm sorry. Okay? There we go. I'm sorry. Elliott, Hopkins, J.K., Godwin, Galladay. Pretty good, man. If Galladay and Chris Godwin and J.K. end up blowing up, this team would be so underrated, Ethan. James Robinson, Kelsey, Evans, Julio, Carson. I don't love the last 2 picks, but I drafted them too on teams. You just kind of get stuck. I just don't know that you walk out loving that team, right? You like it, probably, but you're like worried about Evans. You're worried about Julio. You're worried about Carson. Kind of sucks to have that many worries, I think. Chubb, Ridley, Mixon, A-Rob, Deontay, Noah always loves this team. We're just going to... Noah! It's fantastic! No matter what I say, it's not good enough for your team. So, Noah, it's great. I love it. Nuclear, Eckler, Diggs, Clyde, Hunt, Chark. Solid. You need 1 or 2 things to happen for that to be the bomb of the bombs here in this group. I don't know who I'm giving the number 1 pick to. Let's give it to Niner DJ. Let's give it to Activated. Activated won the mock draft. Even though he didn't. Can I just say, don't take Landry in the 3rd? Oh, I'm just kidding. Activated, I'm sorry. I think my team, like, I know I'm biased, but that's a good team. Look at that. Look at that team. I like it. All right, guys, we're mocking again. Don't worry.